Watsonville clouds, and a horror of the road. Andrew gripped the steering wheel, knuckles white. The old pickup rattled, a familiar comfort on the winding roads outside Watsonville, but tonight nothing felt right. A strange, almost sickly pink hue was bleeding into the twilight sky, not the gentle pastels of a usual sunset, but something more aggressive, more unnatural. He'd been on his way back from a late job in Santa Cruz, bone-tired and ready for his bed in the quiet Aptos Hills. But as he crested the hill overlooking the valley, a shiver, cold and sharp, traced its way down his spine. The entire horizon above Watsonville was consumed by those ominous pink clouds. They swirled, not like ordinary weather patterns, but with a viscous, almost corporeal movement. Like some colossal, cotton candy-colored beast writhing in the heavens. He tried to rationalize it. Dust, wildfire smoke? But there was no smell of ash, no grit in the air. And the color itself was wrong. A shade of pink that reminded him of raw flesh, of something unhealthy and decaying. As he descended into the valley, the air grew heavy, strangely still. The usual evening sounds of crickets and distant traffic were muted, swallowed by the unnerving silence. He glanced at the small, cluttered dashboard. The radio was dead, not even static. His phone, usually buzzing with notifications, was a dark, inert rectangle in the passenger seat. Then he saw them, flickers of movement on the fields beside the road. At first, he thought it was the wind rustling the crops, but then he saw figures, hunched and distorted, moving slowly, deliberately, through the rows. They were too far to make out details, but their gait was wrong, a jerky, uneven shuffle. A cold dread began to coil in his gut. He pressed harder on the accelerator, the old pickup groaning in protest. He just wanted to get home, away from this unsettling spectacle. As he neared the outskirts of Watsonville, the pink intensified, casting a sickly glow over everything. The streetlights flickered erratically, their yellow light struggling against the pervasive rose-tinted gloom. He saw a few cars pulled over, their occupants standing outside, staring up at the sky. Their faces illuminated by the eerie glow, slack-jawed and pale. One man, standing by an old sedan, turned his head slowly as Andrew drove past. His eyes, wide and unfocused, seemed to reflect the unsettling pink of the sky. He lifted a trembling hand and pointed, not at Andrew, but at something behind him. Something Andrew couldn't see. A guttural sound, more animal than human, escaped his lips. Andrew floored it. The pickup roared, the engine screaming as he sped through the deserted streets. He didn't look in his rearview mirror. He couldn't. He just knew that whatever was happening, whatever those pink clouds portended, he wanted no part of it. He burst out of the city limits. The trees on the other side of Watsonville, a welcome, dark silhouette against the horrific sky. But even here, out on the open road, the pink followed, a suffocating blanket. He glanced up, his breath catching in his throat. The clouds were lower now, closer, and within their roiling depths he could make out shapes. Not distinct forms, but suggestions of movement, of things vast and indistinct, churning within the pink mist. And then, for a split second, he thought he saw it. A colossal, unblinking eye, the color of a bruise opening within the heart of the storm, staring down at Watsonville, at him, at everything. Andrew screamed, a raw, desperate sound that was swallowed by the unnatural silence of the night. He pushed the truck faster, the speedometer needle trembling at its maximum. He didn't know where he was going, only that he had to get away, to outrun the terrifying, beautiful horror that was consuming the sky over Watsonville. He had a chilling premonition that by morning, nothing would be the same. What do you see in the skies that freak you out? Tell us in the comments. Like and subscribe. We will keep the stories coming.